Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport. It's the one you've been waiting for. It's Group D from a home nation's perspective. So the viewers of Let's Talk Sport who are from the home nations will be keen and eager for this one, where I preview Group D, which features two home nations, not one, but two home nations in the group, with England, the Netherlands, France, and Wales in this group. So England and Wales looking to do battle once more in terms of sport, and looking to put the British football on the map in the women's international football stage, with Wales competing in their first women's major tournament, and England looking to make another major tournament final after winning the Euros in 2022 and being runners-up in the World Cup final in Australia 2 years ago. But yes, the Netherlands and France are going to be tough opposition for those two teams, and I'm going to give you the rundown of what I think will happen in Group D, and so maybe have a look at the squads and maybe pick out a few players to look out for. It's important not to waffle on for too long. So yeah, the first game on match day one in Group D on the 5th of July sees Wales take on the Netherlands, 5 o'clock kickoff there before France take on England in the big one at 8 o'clock. And it's going to be a fascinating one. With I think England versus France will be a draw, but unfortunately a drubbing for Wales, with the Netherlands coming out on top there. I see about 4 or 5 goals in that one. Unfortunately, match day two in this group sees the fixtures take place on the 9th of July. England versus Netherlands, France versus Wales. England versus Netherlands, 5 o'clock. France versus Wales, 8 o'clock. Unfortunately for England, I see them succumbing to defeat in this one. I just think the Netherlands side are very, very strong. If England get a draw out of that one, it will be very, very good. And they do have potential, depending on which lineup Serena Wiegman picks. But I don't know. The Dutch are very strong, and I just can't shake that feeling going into this one that it will be a Dutch victory. And the same with France against Wales. Wales will put up a good fight, but they succumb to 3 goals and exit the competition. Uh, um, as you can probably guess, I think they'll finish on 0 points, much like Italy and Poland. And the last round of matches, 13th of July, both games should say, kicking off at 8 o'clock. Netherlands versus France, England versus Wales. And this is the one that's going to decide basically second place in the group. And I'm going to go with Netherlands winning this one against France. England defeating Wales. And I think you'll see the Netherlands were top on 9 points with an identical record to Spain, with England sneaking second by 1 goal. Yes, 1 goal. As they beat Wales by 4 goals to 0 to sneak in by 1 goal ahead of France, who have 4 points, and Wales have no points there. So yeah, that's what I think will happen there, where England sneak through by the skin of their teeth there ahead of France, and yeah, you could predict either way, but I think the biasness in me and the fact that they are the reigning European champions, I think we want and kind of need the Lionesses to go through there from a homegrown perspective. So what does that mean then? Well, it would mean in the quarterfinals, England would face Germany, the 8-time winners, the team that would be defeated in the final at Wembley 2 years ago would be out for revenge. So yeah, that would be a tough one for England, and that would mean the Netherlands face off against Sweden in what would be another firecracker quarterfinal. So yeah, that's if you go off my predictions there for those ones. If you want to have a look at the rundown for the squad, we'll start off with the Lionesses. Hannah Hampton of Chelsea, Kiara Keating of Manchester City, and Anna Morehouse of Orlando Pride are goalkeepers. The defenders are Lucy Bronze of Chelsea, Jess Carter of Gotham, Neem Charles of Chelsea, Alex Greenwood of Manchester City. Big experience there. Alex Greenwood's going to be key, especially with the absence of Millie Bright. Maya Letizia of Manchester United, Edwin Morgan of Washington Spirit, Leah Williams will captain the team uh, like she did at the tournament 2 years so 3 years ago. Uh, Leo Williamson of Arsenal with Lottie Wooben-Moyes, sorry, of Arsenal, with taking up their defensive positions. Midfielders Grace Clinton of Manchester United, who acts as little of her throughout the whole season. She thoroughly deserves to be in the squad alongside Jess Park, another fantastic young player. It is the future of this team. Georgia Stanley of Bayern Munich, you don't need me to go on about her quality and her experience and her ability and her determinants, much like Ella Toon and Kira Walsh of Manchester United and Chelsea, respectively. Both of them are key players in this Lionesses side and are going to have a big role in England's progression from the group stages this time. I expect Tooney to be up there with a few goals, like she always does. Forwards, Michelle Aggie-Mann of Arsenal, Aggie Beaver-Jones of Chelsea, who's looked well in recent Nations League games and friendlies for the Lionesses. Lauren Hemp of Manchester City, another player who's got the key experience. Lauren James of Chelsea, Chloe Kelly, who had a great second half of the season with Arsenal, winning the Champions League there, but she's gone back to Manchester City. I suspect a permanent move to Arsenal in the summer, and she will have another big role, especially after scoring the winner in the final last time out. Beth Mead, Arsenal, quality player, experience Coolhead, and Alessia Russo, who I expect to be among the top goal scorers in this competition, despite the fact that I expect England to edit in the quarterfinals against Germany. Spoiler alert for a later video there, but Alessia Russo, key player, one of my favourite women's players of all time. Absolute quality player there. We'll have a look at the Netherlands, who I expect to top the group. Danielle de Jong, Lizzie Kopp, and Daphne van Donselaar are goalkeepers. Daphne van Donselaar is one of my favourite goalkeepers. You all know about that. If anyone that watches any video and I mention her, it's Liverpool. And yeah, Jamie and Joe will back me up on how good of a goalkeeper she is as well. Defenders Esme Brooks of Barcelona, Vera Fruman, Christine Caspiaggi of Manchester City, Catalina Dijkstra of Wolfsburg, Dominique Janssen of Manchester United, Sherida Spitzer of Ajax, Ilse van der Landen of Utrecht, and Lynn Wilms of Wolfsburg. Midfielders Jackie Garland of PSG. Jamie Davis is a massive fan of Jackie Garland. Wax Liverpool about her, much like I do of Grace Clinton. Damaris Eguilola of Olympique Lyonnais. Vika Katzin of Chelsea, Victoria Pelova of Arsenal, Joe Ward of Manchester City, another key player, and Danielle van der Donk, she's listed as Leon on the Uefa website, but she's actually recently completed a move to London City Lionesses. But we're all familiar with her from her spell at Arsenal, and she'll be another key player with key experience for the Dutch. Forwards Lineth Berestein of Wolfsburg, Chastity Grant of Villa, Renate Janssen of PSV Eindhoven, Lucia of PSG, Vivana Miedema of Manchester City, who we all know about, and Katja Snoys, who has been the vein of my life as a Liverpool fan since she scored in both Merseyside derbies last season, both games I was at, completes the Dutch squad, and she'll probably inflict pain on England just to sum up things for me even more. If we look at France as well before I go on to the Wales squad, Justine Linard, Colleen Pierre-Monian and Constance Picaud are the goalkeepers. Defenders are Salma Pacha, Lou Bagard, Alisa de Almean, Mele Lacar, Grige Mbok Mathafi, Malvine Ndongola, Teniba Samuara, and Alice Sombath. Midfielders Sandy Baltimore of Chelsea, Grace Gagliaro of PSG, Ariane Jean-Francois of Chelsea, Sakina Karachai of PSG, Amal Majri of Lyon, Sandy Toletti of Real Madrid. Forwards are Daphne Casciaro, Cadidato of Daniani, Kelly Gago of Everton, Marie Antoine Catato of Lyon, and Melvin Mallard of Manchester United, and Clara Matteo of PSG. And it's time to look at the Welsh team that will be presenting their country for the first time at a major tournament, making history, doing everyone proud. You've got Olivia Clark of Leicester City in goal, with Savia Middleton Patel of Manchester United and Poppy Supper of Blackburn Rovers. Defenders are Gemma Evans of Liverpool, Kerry Holland of Liverpool, Hayley Lard of Everton, formerly of Manchester United as well. Um, Esther Morgan of Sheffield United, Vivian Morgan of Bristol City, Ella Powell of Bristol City, Rhiannon Roberts of Real Betis, Lily Woodham of Seattle. Their midfielders are Charlie Estcourt of DC Power, Jess Fishlock of Seattle Reign, Josie Green of Palace, Alice Griffiths of Southampton, Sophie Ingle of Chelsea, Angarad James of Seattle Reign, Lawrence Joel of Newcastle, Carrie Jones of IFK, Norcott Pig, and forwards are Kaylee Barton of Charlton, Hannah Kane of Leicester, Elsie Hughes of Crystal Palace, and Rachel Rowe of Southampton. So yeah, key players in there we'll know from the WSL, the likes of Evans and Holland at Liverpool, Hayley Ladsbury that we know a lot about Everton as well, and when she was at Manchester United. So they're going to be their experience and ability is going to be key, even though they've not got experience in an international tournament. The club level experience and leadership will help drive this team forward. Sophie Ingle as well, her experience in the midfield will be, her legs will be key for the Welsh team as well. Uh, I think they'll put up a good fight. Sadly, they won't get any any points on the board from my predictions, which I feel a bit tight about, but it's just the way I see it. I think it's going to be a difficult group, a tight group in the competition, and I think it might be the tightest group of the competition uh, as well. I think Netherlands definitely going to top it. It could go either way between England and France, but my slight home nation bias and love for the Lionesses is making me put them in second place before they go and take on Germany in a quarter final, which is going to be a tasty one. So let us know your thoughts on Group D in the comments below. Who you think will progress, how well you think the Lionesses will do, how well you think Wales will do, why you think the Netherlands, if you're like me, will top the group and dominate and progress to the latter stages of the competition. You can comment below on who you think will be top goal scorer or goalkeeper and whatever for the competition. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport for more football content, whether it be women's football, men's football, or sporting content in terms of like F1 and golf, etc. And we'll see you all on Let's Talk Sport very soon. And all the best for the Euros.